Welcome to Moving Forward, our monthly podcast with myself, Tom Macnally, my big sister Rachel Eagles, and Soma, PT and sports therapist from MOVEWITHSoma. During this podcast, we'll be discussing everything we've learned over the years as sports therapists, fitness trainers, and PTs working in and around London. Trust us, we have seen and heard things that will blow your mind. So, here are our thoughts on how to achieve what we believe the industry should be all about, nailing that healthy body, healthy mind.
Over the years, we've learnt so much from our clients and seen our industry grow, adapt, and sometimes become crazy ridiculous. Now it's our time to clear up some of the mess that's been left behind from irresponsible fitness brands and tell you guys exactly how things work. Down to earth, realistic, good, wholesome advice that works for everyone.
Stick around, listen up, learn a few things, unfiltered, totally real, just us telling you guys exactly what it's all about.
So roll down those leg warmers, whack on that disco light and apply that red lipstick. Yes, that's me, not you ladies. And let's do this. Episode 3, it's a goal! Oi, oi!
Yeah.
Slight little costume change today.
How did that happen? And where are you playing football? Is that football?
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so glad you got the reference. You know how hard it is to try and find a football in my house. All right, Rach.
Yes.
Hi, everybody.
Can we?
A gorgeous Soma in the sunshine. Yes. Oh my gosh, Tom's dressed up as a goalie.
Goal! I'm so glad you got the reference. Not even all the socks.
No way.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's very hard to find a football in my house. Very hard.
I'm surprised you have a football kit.
I think it's next doors. I found it in the hedge.
Goals!
You're so funny. How long have you been thinking about this costume for?
Well, it doesn't take much for me to think of a theme.
Oh, you're
Loves a
amazing.
theme.
Love a theme.
Oh, there we go then. Today's podcast is all about Tom.
Goals! I don't know why I keep throwing it. Okay. Yes, the goal setting. And that could be related behaviours. That could be anything really. Life goals, social goals. But yeah, I mean, we're going to focus today on health-related goals predominantly. But I mean, for me, I'm going to be talking about the process in which we go through to set goals, appropriate goals, so we can best meet them. Bring to the table my experience of failing with goals that I've set and why I think that is. And whatever you ladies would like to contribute.
Yeah, so like why, I think we need to cover off straight away, like why we set goals or why we talk about the word goals with our clients. I think that should be like the opener. And then we should cover off how we set them, like as Tom said. And then maybe like our top tip fire answers for like sticking to your goals and like not giving up while you're trying to achieve them. How's that sound?
Yeah.
So like the why, the how, and maintaining them.
And the what.
Goals
and
maybe
the
as
what.
well. Yeah, exactly.
What is a goal?
Goals, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so should we just quickly say hi? So my name's Rachel. I'm from First Step Fitness. I'm here today with my little bro, Tom.
Hi, Rach. Hi. Tom.
Hey, babe.
Hi.
And then we're here with Soma from MOVEWITHSoma, who's live streaming the podcast from Greece. Woo-hoo.
Beautiful sunshine.
So beautiful sunshine, yeah. So should we just quickly go around the table and just talk about what we mean by a goal and why we mention the word goals to our clients and like put it in context with everyday life in terms of being a fitness professional. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Someone, do you want to go first?
I knew you were going to say that. So for me, goals in terms of what it plays in my day-to-day life is amazing. So if I've got a new client that will come to me, they will generally say, oh, I just want to get fit, or I want to get healthier, I want to work on my general fitness, which is a lovely goal. But already I'm thinking in my head, that's not a goal. I need something that I can measurably hit with them. So it's just a form of giving our training some structure, some something to aim towards, like a reward at the end of the tunnel, a light at the end of the tunnel. It just, I see it as it's the only way I can do my job, is the way I track my progress with my clients. They can track the progress, they can motivate themselves, they can reward themselves. So it's kind of fundamental in what I do. And a lot of the time it's educating the client on what exactly a goal is, and kind of reevaluating what they think their goal is and why they're not hitting it into something that they can hit and will hit and will continue to build upon, and makes sense.
Cool.
So essentially, it's taking their dream and turning it into a goal.
Love that.
Nice.
Soma, what the word goals, what does that mean to you and your clients?
Yeah, it's the same. It's like just trying to set them on the right pathway, and knowing that along that path, like, we achieve many things, as well as at the end, hopefully reaching that goal. And understanding that as we are on this pathway, like, your goals may change, and this is okay. Okay, I'll buy, I don't know, like, I always go with this example, but like, I want to lose like 10K in the next 8 weeks or whatever. And it's like very, very big goal, but like, all right, okay, let's take it step by step. Let's take that first step. And in week 1, what's the main like little goals that we can achieve, like achievements that we can hit, things like this. And it's just setting people on the right pathway. And if people have that general goal of like, I just want to be fit, but you've got to find your why, isn't it? So you've got to find your why of what is it? Why is it that you want to lose this weight? Why is it that you want to run faster? Why is it that you want to run a marathon or something like this? And just knowing what it means to you to sort of like keep you on track, head you in the right direction, and things like this. What about you?
So my both of you have spoken about goals there in terms of a personal trainer kind of chat, right? So that's the kind of stuff that you guys would talk about in your consultations with clients, right?
Yeah.
And then in your catch-ups as you progress through your personal training client journey, because I'm not a personal trainer, because I'm a group exercise trainer, I don't get that one-on-one with clients unless they individually reach out to me. So I just see a group of people, whether it be in the gym or via Zoom. So when it comes to their fitness goals or why they are there training with me, I never know that. I never get to experience that side of it, because they just turn up to a class and then I'm at the front, and those faces change every class. So I never know what their goals are. So when Tom was like, let's do a podcast on goals, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't talk about goals with any client. The only way I can relate to it a little bit is, say I do get some regular clients that come along. I see their fitness progression quite quickly in terms of the progressions they're taking on the moves that I'm training. So for example, if it's a squat hold and I see the regular clients start coming and they're squatting with no weight, when they start picking up the dumbbells and start squatting with the weight, I'm like, yeah, they're reaching some form of goal there. There's progression there. And then maybe they'll start picking up 2 dumbbells, or maybe they'll start training that squat hold slower and holding it for longer. So I can see the progression, and they are working towards a goal of becoming healthier and stronger, probably leaner in that process as well. But they never tell me that. I just can see that they're working towards that with the consistency and how they're training. And because this is why I want to become a personal trainer, because I want to be able to talk about these goals with clients, because I find it very, very, very interesting. Seeing it from the other side of the fence, right? I don't know where anyone's goals are, but I know I'm a part of their journey in some way or form. Does that make sense?
I think, yeah, what's important though with that is that person you're seeing in that class that's improving in strength, their goal in their head might be, I just need to get out of the house once a week and do something social. So it might not be anything fitness related. So you're putting your spin on their behaviour in terms of your, so your goal as a instructor is to improve everybody's health. So you're seeing it from your point of view. That's your goal, not their goal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's important to know that everyone's got their own individual personal goals, and you should never be working.
Yeah, Soma said their why, right? So this is the other side of it. So there's people coming And because I don't know what their why is, I can sometimes see clients getting quite unmotivated because they're not reaching their goal or whatever it might be. Say it's to lose weight is their end goal. If that's their dream, Tom, as you would say. And they keep coming to these classes and I'm like, oh, they're not dropping any weight here. There's something else at play. They're training me consistently. Their form's improving. They're carrying heavy weight. They're squat holding correctly. Their form's improving. Their smiles are getting bigger and they're enjoying the classes. But they keep saying to me, oh, no, I'm still not dropping the weight. I'm not in that power position to be like, well, hang on, take a step back. What are you eating on a daily basis? Let's talk about that. You know, it's half the story. I don't get to really understand their why. And it's so hard as a trainer to not be able to help with the other side of the story. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You guys must love that. Like really understanding someone's goal and breaking it down and working with them through those steps. I don't get to do that. And it's really annoys me.
I can tell.
Because I can't help. I can't help. That's the thing.
Become a trainer. My gosh, you're not going to let anything slide. I can tell. You'll be like, what?
Yeah.
Which is good.
But Soma, can you relate to that with people that used to see in your spin classes and stuff?
Yeah, I was gonna say like it was really special when like at the end of a class when people just come up to you and just say like like just tell you something about their life or like how much this class means to them, and then you're like, rah, like okay, cool, thanks. But then like even if when you are seeing those regular people and you don't really know much about them or something like this, and you see them every week or you see them every day, whatever it is, it's quite special to not know as well. It doesn't matter because we're here for the energy, we're here for the positive vibes that we get from it. We're all here for different reasons, but at the same time that feeling and the energy is the same. So whether it gives you a bit of time because you're out of the house or if it's because you're reaching your goals, like whatever it is, like we're all there for the same reasons. So yeah, the group exercise classes were also special. And then maybe like with clients there, after they tell you what they want and achieve, maybe they feel like after they've made that dedication to you, that's why they have to keep coming to our one-to-one sessions. But then with group X, it's all up to them. It's up to them whether they're coming for their energy. So it's really nice.
Oh, it gave me goosebumps.
Do you think
You tell how much that means.
So guys, do you like hands on heart, take a group X as a group exercise environment? Do you think the people there have actually thought about their why? Or do you think they just turn up? Like, do you think any of them actually have any goals or even written down a goal?
No, I don't think they've written down. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, like maybe not, but like you don't necessarily need to think about it though. Like maybe it's just there, like I said, just because they're there because they feel like they need to move their body. Like it's the best thing, it's the right thing to do. Everyone around you says it. So all right, what can I do? What do everyone else do? All right, let me join a spin class, let me join a body pump class. Yeah. So I'm just here for everyone else because I should do something. So
I think
maybe their goal is there, it's just in the subconscious rather than how you PTs do it and like write it down in a folder, have it all planned out. Like maybe they've got their goal but they haven't actually written it or like visualized it.
Easy. The first step is for someone that wanted to improve health and fitness and didn't really know what to do. Personal training might be a bit intimidating, so group exercise is a perfect way. That should be the first step, I think, if you're not quite sure what your goals are yet, or you know that you want to get fitter, you want to work on general fitness, you maybe want to work on being a bit more social or something within that field, then a group exercise class is the perfect start, I think. Perfect place to start, and everything else will fall into place.
So let's talk about, we've sort of led quite nicely onto there to setting your own personal goals then. So before this podcast, I was like, oh, goals, this PT term, objectives, reviewing it every 3 months, goal, PT chat, right? But actually that's not the case, is it? Everyone can set their own goals and become healthier because of those goals. So let's talk about how you would set goals and what your advice to be to somebody out there that doesn't have a PT, knows they want to make a healthy change. Let's go. That's my goal. That's my dream. I want to become healthier. Where would you start? Hard goal, right?
For me personally, when we did the New Year, New Year anyway is a good place to kind of take stock. With all my clients, I did fitness tests, which I do when they first come to me anyway. We look at lower body strength, upper body strength, cardio, core, those sort of things. I did them all again in the 1st of January, or the first session at the beginning of January, and then we're now doing them again 3 months later. So, and they're all like, oh, like when January comes around, they know I'm going to be a bit more on them in terms of their goals. Be like, right, let's just see where we're at. Let's set ourselves a target for 3 months' time, and then at the end of March, we're going to have a look at it. So now they're all thinking, oh God, it's March, it's March, it's March. So now they're panicking, but it's good because it's motivating them to move a bit more. And for me as a trainer, it's really nice to see that because it keeps our training a bit more exciting. But what's the question? I forgot what the question was.
So what is so in terms of those quite specific goals then, like deadlift a heavier weight?
Yes. So let's say
heart rate to X on the heart rate.
If you're one of my clients, I said, right, Rachel, we're going to look at your lower body strength. I want you to do squat jumps to failure. I'm going to do it with you, show you, make sure you're doing it correctly, safely. And I want you to keep going till your legs are so heavy you can't get up off the floor anymore with your squat jumps. You go, okay, great. You bash out 51, let's say. Amazing. I'm not, note that down. 3 months' time, right, we're going to increase that by what? 10%? 30%? Oh, I don't know. Like maybe 65 I could get. Let's aim for 65. So then, right, I need 65 at the end of March. So now, coming towards the end of March, you're thinking, oh God, I need to bash out 65 squat jumps. I need to make sure I've got that strength. And, and then it kind of falls into place. And that's just looking at one aspect of the health. And we can look at, it might be in terms of diet, how many pieces of fruit a day I'm eating, or it could be how much time a day I'm dedicating to self-love or something. It could be anything within nutrition, well-being, and fitness.
Okay, so in terms of setting goals with your clients, your tips of advice are set deadlines then, yeah? Yep,
totally, yeah.
So write it down, number one.
I've got 10 steps. Do you want me to go through all of them quickly now? I would do.
Well, let's just see what Soma would say to her clients, and then we'll write them down. Go on, Soma.
10 steps, I'm not there, boy. I'm just like, okay, what do you want?
I just like to make a list. I'm sure you do it without even realizing.
Yeah, how do you set goals? Go on, see the other side of it.
We're in the gym majority of the time. So how do I set goals? So again, it's about trying to get down to it, like trying to understand, like, what is it? Why are you here? Like, why have you inquired about personal training? Why have you even, like, what's the main motivation? What's pushed you to take this step?
Podcast ticks, bingo.
So what is this like thing that's motivated you to come and speak to me? And then once we figure that out, then I'm like, okay, like, fair enough if you've got like a wedding date and blah blah blah, like this whole typical, like, I want to fit into my wedding dress or like all that sort of stuff. Like maybe, yeah, okay, fine. Then I'll set an actual deadline. But then it's just more about like, how can we make you feel better throughout the day? Like I'm always that annoying person that's just like, eat what you like, just make sure it's reasonable amount, like it's just you're having things that you like, things like this. It's not very specific. However, me as a personal trainer, I've changed a little bit throughout this lockdown because I've realized how quite important it is for us to understand how much, because since we're so like counting our macros can be much easier at home. So like if we're always eating out, it's a bit more difficult. But here's the only time I've ever been really specific where I've like, okay, try this. Like I think you need this much carbs, this much fat, this much protein, and let's review it every week. Every week we're gonna see like where we're at. So each week, so that we hit a goal target. Like let's say your goal is to like lose 5 kilograms in the next few weeks, and just see how we hit that. But I don't know if I've made any sense.
No, yeah, you have. So both of you have you guys heard the term SMART goals?
Yeah.
Have you heard of that? Yeah. So that you basically have just, what was that, Soma?
First thing I've always learned, like I hear it all the time. SMART
goals. So can you remember what they are? Yeah. Yeah.
Achievable.
Yeah.
Achievable.
Achievable. Are
realistic.
Time?
Yeah!
Goal!
Goal!
I should be really disappointed in that because like that's the first thing you learn in like.
Can you imagine if we got that wrong? That would have been so cringe.
But everyone chit chats about the SMART goals, right? And you guys have actually just turned normal day life You've used normal day life examples to make them a bit more interesting. Because if you sat on a podcast and went, we have to do SMART goals. S, it has to be specific. M, it has to be measurable. It's really boring. But it doesn't have to be, right? You just need to break it down and look at it in real life. And then suddenly setting goals doesn't sound as boring as it does when you talk about SMART. But the key things, well, do you agree with them? Do you agree with all those things? Well, you've mentioned quite a lot of them already.
Yeah, and to be honest, I think my list of 10 is just a fluffed out version of the SMART goal. Now I'm looking at it.
Do you agree with them, Soma?
Yeah, it's important. But not everything needs to be in like way in a box. Like you can come up with it, you can like put things into it.
And adapt them, right? Change them over time as you go. Yeah.
Exactly.
Tom, I thought you were going to disagree with the achievable one.
Why?
So, say I came to you as a client and I was like, I want to drop like 3 stone. You would be back, well, that's not achievable, wouldn't you?
I wouldn't know. You'd have to give me a time frame in which you'd want to meet it. I'd have to know where your starting weight is, you know? If you're already below healthy weight and you want to do that in a week, then that is unachievable. If you're clinically obese and you want to achieve it in a year, that is achievable. So that's, you know, there's.
But what if I was like, that? But that's my dream. That's my dream.
Well, yeah, but it depends. Like, are you saying that as a clinically obese person with a year to spend, or are you saying that as a, you know, underweight person that wants it in a week?
See, I thought you were going to say, yeah, achievable is a bit of a misleading word because your forte about personal training is that you take people's dreams and you turn them into reality. So you have always said, dream big, my friends. There's no goal that's too big. Take on the world. Pitch yourself high. Soma, you want to change the world. Get out to Greece, and you know you run that refugee camp, girlfriend.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible. That's what I mean. So when people come with achievable goals, they might be like, well, you know, my head's telling me I can't lose 3 stone. If I lose 3 stone, I'll just float away into the air. So I would come to you then and be like, I was one of these like half stone, but actually the dream is to lose 3 stone. That's a really bad example.
Okay,
do you know what I mean?
If you came to me with that, our journey together would be education in learning exactly what 3 stone of weight on your body is in terms of, you know, it might be bone that you need to stand up, you know, there's nothing else to you. So it's educating you so that in time, your goal, your dream as such is changing because you realize that isn't at all your dream because you don't want to float away, you know? So that would be our journey. That would, you know, and that's part of the journey. That's with every goal that you set, every dream that you have. And it's in order for it to become a reality, you need to go through these 10 steps, which I'm going to go through because I've made a list and I want to mention it. So number 1, most of these we've done. Number 1 is make it matter. Like Soma said, you've got to invest in it. Yeah, it's no one else's dream. It's yours. Why are you doing it? Number 2, brainstorm all the ideas that are involved within it. So let's take that general fitness. Right, what does that mean to you? Do you want to run faster? You want to maybe lose fat? You want to build muscle? Whatever it may be. List them all out and then pick the easiest one to achieve. That is your first goal. That's important. Why? Because then we're going to build the confidence and our self-confidence in what we can do, and it's going to help us as we progress onto those harder stages of our dream. Okay, because we've broken it down now into little chunks. We're being sensible. We don't want to set ourselves up to failure. Every time we fail, we're going to lose a bit of confidence in ourselves. Okay, so we want to minimize that. We want to increase every opportunity we can to succeed. Okay, and that might be getting up every day. That might be brushing my teeth. It might be as small as that. Whatever it is, just to start building that confidence in what you can do, who you are, and therefore what you can achieve. Number 4, we've got to be specific. We've spoken about that. We're not just getting fit. What does that mean? Number 5, breaking it down. Like I said, we're chunking it. We're starting with the easiest, working our way up. Number 6, we're giving ourselves a deadline. We know about that. Otherwise, nothing is achievable in a day. You know, the brain wasn't built in a day. We're going to ask for help. That is so important. We're always going to ask for help. We're never going to struggle alone. All of these journeys, this is what our whole business is based on, us supporting each other, us supporting other people, us being there for them. So use that. There are people out there and their job is to help you. So let them help you. Yeah. Help yourself. Find support leaders, like cheerleaders, people that can help you along your journey. That might be a personal trainer, might be a fitness group, an exercise instructor, whatever it may be. maybe a wellness coach. And just prepare for the hurdles and the challenges that are going to come, because it's not going to be easy. That's why it's called a dream, yeah? So prepare for them. They're coming. We know they're coming. It's not going to be plain sailing. So let's just get as ready as we can. Let's take all the crisps out the cupboard so we're not going to be tempted. Let's not, let's anticipate what could go wrong and try and just minimize it so that journey, therefore, can be as enjoyable as possible. Number 10. We want to enjoy the journey.
Done.
It's not about the dream. The dream is the journey.
The dream is the journey. I love that.
And 2 minutes is there. Boom. Got it in. So happy.
I'd like to add, I think it's quite important, and it's in my head, and I don't know how I'm going to say it. But also people, before you make these goals, you've got to remember, what's your priority in your life right then, right? Because what are your priorities? You have to know, if your priorities aren't there, that's if losing weight means, of course, you're going to be tired some days. It does mean you're going to be a bit hungry. It does mean you can't be going out with your friends. It does mean you can't be taking your takeaways and stuff like this. Is that your priority to get rid of all of this, to cut it down a little bit? So do you know what I mean? You've got to see where your priorities are at in your environment there and then. Also, just before you start setting your goals, and remember that you achieve many things on the journey.
Yeah.
You achieve so many different. So don't worry if you don't hit that deadline. Don't worry if you don't hit the exact goal, but you've achieved so many other things. So don't let that stuff like that put you off, because life happens. Life is just there, innit?
Mm-hmm.
There.
It's a balance. Balance.
Life is just there, innit? I love that. Yeah. Get that on the t-shirt.
All right. So just to summarise, then, so obviously, guys, chip in if I forget anything. But number 1, yes, dream big. Brainstorm. Find your goal, and then take that goal, break it down into manageable steps, and then we can work towards that goal or that dream together. Follow Tom's 10-step program, which is embedded with building confidence as you move through those steps, and a great balance between demotivation and the success feeling that comes with when you smash those individual goals. And most importantly, the journey you do to achieve your goals should be the best part, not achieving that end goal. Yeah?
That end what?
Anything
that end goal!
Goal!
Back of the net.
Come on.
Keen to explore how First Step Fitness and MOVEWITHSoma could help you move towards your health and wellbeing goals? Yes, you! Well, just drop us an email or head on down to the website, firststepfitness.co.uk, for everything from virtual spin classes to one-to-one live coaching with our psychologist, to healthy brownie recipes, to, you get the idea. Or even download the new First Step Fitness app from the App Store or Google Play. Yes, I will never get bored of saying that. Okay, just take that first step today, guys. We appreciate it may seem daunting. That first step is all that we need from you. The rest of your journey is on us. So come on. We are so ready to go. Are you?